So welcome everyone to the Options 101 free training hosted by me, Wall Street King, and we're going to talk about how you can make about $5,000 to $10,000 trading options with using only a $3,000 trading account.
If you haven't already, please definitely go check out our YouTube channel, look at the trade review section where we show you guys how we trade every single day, and we have some live trading videos for you all to get motivated and learn how to trade the proper way. So definitely go check out our YouTube channel. It's called the Stock Option King, and of course you'll find some great content there.
And remember, this $3,000 is not your risk. The risk is what you put into the trade, but with just about $3,000, you can make about $5,000 to $10,000 if you do things properly. And actually, this is a very conservative figure because if you compound the account, you can make a lot more, but that is not realistic. So we're going to stick to making consistent $1,000 to $2,000 a day trading and taking that $5,000 to $10,000 to even $20,000 home every single month. I know there's a lot of people on the internet nowadays that are trying to sell you on ways of making money this way, that way, but a lot of those ways require a lot of work. And I do believe that options are the easiest way to make quick cash if you can keep this money. And this is why we recommend taking this money, investing it in other form of investments so you can grow yourself to a point where you can have absolute freedom and having to not ever work again. So who am I and why am I qualified to talk about this? Well, look, I've been trading for about 9 years and I've always talked about my personal experiences, the ups and the downs about trading openly. And if you have been a part of our chat room or have you watched our YouTube videos or have been on my Instagram or our TikTok, then you know who I am and exactly the type of person I am. And getting into it, look, I've traded blue chip stocks, penny stocks, futures trading, and I've done basically everything before landing on options. So this is why I think I can talk about what is the easiest form of trading to me and what is the quickest way of making quick cash and quick money trading. Because remember, we are trading our time for work on our regular job. And in trading, your goal should be to make money as fast as possible and be done for the rest of the day, because this is a side hustle. You're trying to hustle and make money quickly and then invest it somewhere where you can buy properties or invest the money in other forms of businesses that will make you money passively. And look, I've worked with a lot of Wall Street traders, investors, and a lot of these famous traders as well throughout my career because, well, if you're the 1% in this field, then you know a lot of people are going to reach out to you and work with you or try to grow with you. And in the past 4 years, I've taught over students, and these students have to go through a elimination process where we tend to ask questions to figure out if you are a qualified trader who we can work with or not. Because some people are just outright delusional and they want to be able to make 50 to 100K starting the first month. And I don't think that is possible, because there is a little bit of a learning curve. Once you learn, I think the first couple of months, then you can make 5 to 20K very easily trading options if you just follow the rules and you follow your mentor. Simple. And what is option trading and is it for you? Well, option trading basically involves a buying and selling of a contract to buy the underlying stock at a certain time, date, and a given price. The best way for me to explain it is that you're basically making a bet with somebody that the stock will close above this price before this given date. And if it gets there really quickly, you make a lot of money. And if it takes us time to get there, then you might just break even. And of course, if it doesn't get there, then you lose all of your money that you place into this bet. And some of you guys are going to freak out thinking that, oh, if I place my $3,000 bet on these options, what if the option doesn't hit the price? Will I lose all of it? Well, you have a chance of getting out before it goes all the way down to zero. If you buy an option at $1 and your stop is at 10%, that means that once it crosses 90 cents, you can get out of these options and then go make another trade. And on that trade, if your option goes from $1 to $1.50, that basically means you made 5 times what you lost on the first trade. So you lost 10%, but you made 50% in one trade. And look, let me stop yapping about risk management and scaling and all of this cool stuff because we will get to it in the later slides. So look, there are two types of options. One is a call option and one is a put option. You buy the call option when you think the stock is going to go up. You buy the put option when you think the stock is going to go down. And that is a very simple, easy understanding of calls and puts. And I think that's all you need to know for now. Options were great for new traders to be able to make quick cash and build out their portfolio. And I keep going back to that same point. We want you to be able to make quick money and then invest that money so that you can continue to stay in the chat room and make more money. If you're losing money, then it's very difficult for you to make money. But if you keep making money, usually money will attract more money. So look, let's do a case study quickly on Nick. Nick is one of my students who has made over $300,000 trading options in the last 3 months with proof. And you can go into our chat room and look at the results for your own eyes. And look, Nick only trades with about an $8,000 account, and he's able to make about $2,000 to $4,000 to even $5,000 using this $8,000 account in a single day. And look, he is now building his long-term investing portfolio because he has me telling him what to do. When I first started, I actually made a lot of money and I spent a lot of my money on liabilities and going out, partying, having fun, on watches, and basically just spending a lot of the money that I would make from trading because it was very easily made and I spent it very easily as well. But once I learned that I should be investing this money to be able to have a great future, I learned that small amount of money can go a long way if you start today. Remember, the best time to start investing was 50 years ago, but the second best time is today. So you need to be able to start investing into your future. And this is why I always recommend people, they should join the mentorship group in our Discord because you will have access to me. You can always reach out when you need any type of advice. And of course, I will do my best to give you guys advice based on personal experience. I'm not a financial advisor, so I cannot give you a financial advice, but I can give you guys a personal advice on how I would go about a problem or situation. And look, Nick is the one that has been given signals in our chat room now. After learning how to trade from me, then he's able to now actually give us signals in our chat room and is able to make consistent profits. So what can you expect from this webinar? Look, in this webinar, I'm going to show you some of the trading secrets that will allow you to make about $5,000 to $10,000 a month with only about 30 minutes of work. You will also learn how I analyze stocks every single day to pick 1 or 2 stocks that are going to perform the best that I can trade. And of course, I'm going to also show you some of the rules to follow to be profitable. Also, I'm going to be showing you how I use my proprietary trading script to have support and resistance pre-built for me and how they help me take trades exactly at the bottom and sell at the top. Take a look at this chart to the right-hand side. Look, this option chart shows you how volatile options can be. Look, these options went from 10 cents all the way up to $2.60, while NVIDIA only gave us about a 12% move to the upside. And look, these type of opportunities happen every single day. You do not have to catch these options from 10 cents all the way up to $2.60. If you can buy these at 60 cents and sell them at $1.20, you have doubled your money. Look, these options gave you many opportunities to enter and exit according to our script, but we're not going to get into it because it would be a way too detailed webinar. But this is kind of to give you guys the motivation and showing you guys how you can use these scripts to be able to make a lot of money if you just follow the rules and you know exactly what you're looking for. And some of you guys might be wondering how I got into trading and if I started with options. Well, no, actually I started with penny stocks about 9 years ago. My mentor was a penny stock trader, but I realized a couple of problems with penny stock trading. Well, one, you wouldn't be able to short penny stocks as easily. These brokers would charge a very, very hefty fee to be able to let you borrow these shares. And I heard stories from my mentor on how he bought a shares of this one company at about $3, about 10,000 shares for $30,000, and how it got listed off of the stock exchange because it had an open investigation. And he ended up actually exiting that trade months later because his money was locked up into the stock and the stock had halted trading and he wasn't able to access his capital. And of course, once the stock opened up, it opened up at about 10, 20 cents. So he lost about most of his money that he had invested into this stock. And these are the type of stories that really got me fearful of penny stocks because I wasn't able to afford to lose this type of money when I first started out, right? So that's why I moved away from penny stocks and I went and looked for blue chip stocks. But the same issue was relevant in blue chips. I started trading bigger stocks, but you need more capital to be able to trade these. These were $100, $200, $300, $400 stocks. And of course, you needed a PDT account. And if you had PDT account, even then, you'd only be able to make about $500 to $1,000 a day with about $30,000 and 4 times margin on your account. So I started paper trading blue chip stocks to get the feel of it. And it was actually much easier to trade blue chip stocks. Why? Because you could trade the same stock every single day, unlike penny stocks, because on penny stocks, you're waiting for news to happen on a certain stock that's pumping and you have to trade that and you have no idea about the history of the stock and you're not in the rhythm of the stock. But in blue chip trading, you can actually trade the same stock every single day. But the only issue was you needed a lot of money. You need about $100,000 if you wanted to make about $1,000 to $5,000 every single day. And I did not have that type of capital. Then I got lucky and I came across options by accident. And that was my aha moment, right? That's where I was like, what? And I made about 60% on my first trade. One trader that I used to follow, and he actually took a trade on options to hedge his position on a long-term holding. And I took the same trade, but on that same trade, I was able to make about 60% return on the same day. And once I kind of saw my $5,000 turn into $3,000 profit in one single day, I never looked back. I started researching options more, and I realized that options have the same fundamentals of the underlying stock. So I can trade blue chip stocks off of levels and use the options to make the quick 20 to 30% every single day. And this led me to never looking back and just trading options every single day. Once I knew I was able to make returns like this, I just couldn't imagine what I could do with a $50,000 account and a $100,000 account. And you guys can go check out some of my YouTube videos and see some of the stuff that we have done with bigger accounts, right? I post a lot. I just get tired sometimes and I'm not able to, record videos for you. We're actually here to help you, but not at my expense. I want to go live my life. I want to go enjoy my life as well as provide value for you guys, but not at the expense of freedom, because this is why we're doing this. We're doing this to get the freedom. So I don't get the chance to make videos all the time, but when I do, I sit down and I try to explain to you guys how I did this, how I do that. And of course, this is why we're creating this webinar right now for you guys. This took a lot of time and a lot of effort, but we are doing it. And who does option trading work for? Does it work for everyone? Well, look, option trading works for anybody that doesn't have huge capital. If you do have huge capital, that's a plus, because look, you can add that extra capital after learning and make more money. Simple. But I do recommend that you have about 30 minutes to 2 hours set aside every single day to be able to analyze, set up levels, and set up the trades to make money. Nothing comes for free unless you invest for long term. That is why it is very important to invest for passive income. But how do you get the money to invest for passive income? This is the way. You get quick money and then you invest it into long term, right? Most of my students trade blue chip stocks every single day, and all they do is set up the levels, take the option trades on the underlying stocks, and simple. They only spend about 2 hours every single day researching, setting up the trades, and making money. And look, it's not really difficult to do this. If you put in the work, you will get the reward. It's simple as that. And look, if you have no experience in trading before and you want to start, step one, you have to understand what kind of trader you are. Are you a day trader or swing trader or a long-term investor? And look, if you are a day trader, then you need 1 to 2 hours every single day to be able to create levels, set up charts, set up trades, and of course, go over the trades after the fact to know what you did wrong and journal every single day. And swing trading is a little bit easier because you can follow our signals. We usually give out a signal around 3:30 to 4 p.m. For example, our SPY swing from this week, we ended up buying calls around 3:52 p.m. right after the Fed rate cut decision. And the next morning, SPY opened up higher and our calls were up 700% overnight. Downside to the swings is that we only can take 1 to 2 trades in a week on the swings, and of course sometimes you can't even have 1 to 2 trades, maybe even no trades, because you need the stock to set up. The next step to becoming a trader is opening a brokerage account. You can choose between 2 different types of brokers. One is starters, one is advanced, and of course starters are for anybody that's new or is a beginner. These are more beginner-friendly brokers. But then if you want to learn a little bit more in depth, then you can open up an Interactive brokerage account or a Schwab brokerage account. As you can probably understand, starter brokers are a little bit more beginner-friendly versus advanced brokers are a little bit more time-consuming to learn and understand and get involved with. These are some of the most asked questions in options trading. How much money do I need to get started with option trading? Well, usually you only need about $2,500 to $5,000 to really get started. And can you use alerts to take the same trades that we take every single day? And that's actually recommended. In the beginning, we recommend that you take the same trades as us because you can understand where we're getting in, why we're taking the trade. And of course, if we stop out, then you can stop out and you can protect your capital. And how long does it take to be profitable? Well, you can be profitable from the get-go if you have a good mentor and a good starting position where you can follow somebody that takes the same good winning trades and you can be profitable right out the gate. But if you're doing it on your own, sometimes it takes about 3 years to be profitable. And that's how long it took me. And I'm very transparent about it. I should have found somebody, I should have learned from somebody. The guy that taught me how to get into penny stocks trading, first I did that for 2 years and then I had to teach myself all over again on the options. So I also do recommend that whatever you guys get into, you stick to it. And is your whole account at risk when you're trading options? Your risk is your stop. If your stop is your whole account, then yes. But if your stop is 10%, then 10% of it is risk on each trade. And this is why we recommend going into the mentorship program so that you can live trade with me. See where I enter, see where I take profit, and this way you can kind of get the understanding of my mentality on how I get into these trades, why I get into these trades, and what I should be doing and what I am actually doing real time, taking profit, stopping out, or just waiting for the trade to play out. And I think live trading is the utmost important in trading because you get to learn what your mentor is thinking so that you can trade like them. Because remember, in trading, there's 2 teams, winners and losers. If you join the winners, you will make money. If you join the losers, you will lose money. So you need to trade like the winners from the get-go. So how can you only trade for 1 hour in a day and maximize profit? Well, first, you need to join our pre-market live. From 9 to 9:30, we go over which stocks we're looking at, what levels we're looking at for those stocks to break out up or down. Once we enter, what are the targets for each one of those stocks? So we go over all of this in the first 30 minutes from 9 to 9:30. Then from 9:30, you usually load your options and then you wait for the pre-market plan to play out. And look, 90% of the time, 9 out of 10 days, you'll be done before the first 30 minutes because of the volatility in the market in the morning or in the first 30 minutes. You will probably be done trading if you're a day trader in the first 30 minutes, 9 out of 10 times. And look, we try to recommend taking one trade with 50% target and sometimes losses of 10 to 25%. Look, a lot of the day trading game is risk to reward. If you have a good enough risk to reward, you will always make money. Look, with even a 1 to 2 risk to reward with a $5,000 account, let's say if you win 2,500, which is 50%. And look, if you lose 1,250. And look, if you lose 2 days out of the week and you win 3 days out of the week, you made 7,500 and you lost 2,500. So on the end of the week, you are up $5,000. That basically means you have turned your $5,000 account into $10,000 in just 1 week. Now, if you repeat the process for the next 3 weeks, you made $20,000 using only $5,000. And it's simple as that. A lot of people complicate trading, but trading is not complicated. You just need a plan and you need to follow the plan and the rules, and it's simple as that. Look, options trading is the secret to the stock market. Nothing brings in returns like options trading does. Imagine working only 1 to 2 hours a day, making your monthly salary in a week, and you don't have a boss, you don't have to go into work, you don't have to answer to anybody, you don't have to work the days that you don't want to, you have the freedom, and you have more money in your bank account. And this might sound like a dream, but it is actually the reality to a lot of traders. A lot of traders just literally join Discord servers, take trades that other traders are doing, make about $1,000 to $2,000 every single day, make $10,000 to $20,000 every single month, and just enjoy their time with their families, enjoy the money that they're making because it doesn't take a lot of effort. But this is the simple idea of the stock market. If you can learn a way to just take a little bit of money every single day from the stock market, it can change your entire life. It can change your family's life if you work hard enough. So all you need to do is just get to working. Simple as that. So why am I so passionate about trading options? Well, look, trading options can provide a crazy lifestyle. I'm able to work from anywhere. I have the freedom to do what I want to do. I'm able to buy what I want to buy. I'm able to invest into my future. And look, a lot of people have a lot of money, but they work very, very hard. Trading options is a couple of minutes and couple hours of work once you get through the hard part of learning how to trade and learning how to place orders, learning how to stop out. And once you're able to do all of this, you can make a lot of good money. What are some of the misconceptions about trading options? Well, look, a lot of people say you can blow up your whole account trading options. Well, duh. If your stop is your whole account, then you can blow up your account very easily. But if your stop is 10% of your account, then 10% of your account is at risk. Options are like gambling. Well, a lot of stuff in life is gambling. Crossing the road is like gambling if you don't look both ways. But if you take your time and you learn options and you learn how to trade and why you got into this trade and where your stop is, I don't think options are gambling. Options are only for experts. Well, that is very untrue. I made 60% on my first trade on the options and I was not an expert. Anybody can do it. Chris here got into our chat room literally 2 weeks ago and he was able to make $3,800 using $600 with just entering into one swing trade. He was not an expert, but he's able to do this. Another misconception that a lot of people have is that it's impossible to beat the algos. Well, look, you don't need to beat the algos. Algos will choose a side, up or down. Whichever way they choose, all you have to do is jump on the bandwagon and join their side. Simple. We're not competing against them. We are joining their team. Look, let me show you guys a option trading cheat code. This script that I use every single day shows me where the buy pressure is, where the sell pressure is, and some support and resistance levels that it comes up with itself using the same math equations. And if you use the same script every single day, the patterns in the stock market will repeat. And when they do repeat, you'll be able to see those patterns much easier if you use the same thing. If you keep changing different scripts, different strategies, you will never learn properly. And remember, all the traders that are winning won't change their strategy because they're making money out of it. And of course, if they're not going to change their strategy, then they're going to keep using the same patterns, same strategies over and over again. A lot of trading is based on human emotions, on fear and greed, and those things always stay in humans. And because of that, stock market behaves similarly all the time. And this is why I recommend using the same script every single day so that you can take the same trades all the time. Simple. And look, the difference between winners and losers is simply action or inaction. And look, a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, I might need approval from my spouse. Or you believe that you don't have the same skills to be able to be a options trader. Or you might claim that you're not dedicated to learning how to trade. You might procrastinate by saying that you'll start tomorrow. And when is that day going to be? When are you going to change your life? When are you going to actually start spending that time to be able to correct the bad decisions you have made by not learning for the past however many years? And some people make the excuses, oh, I will not get approved for a margin account. You don't need a margin account. All you need is a couple of $1,000s in cash and you'll be able to make money if you learn how to trade properly. Simple. And sometimes they might even say, they need to think it over. They keep hesitating, and that takes up more of your time. A lot of people think that the most valuable resource that we have in this world is time, which is true to a certain extent, but you also need to partner that up with attention. You need to be able to give attention to something so you can make a lot of money, which can then free up a lot of your time. A lot of people work every single day and slave away at their job, and they can live till 80 but have zero life experiences. If you actually give your time and attention to something that you're passionate about, that can create a lot of freedom of time where you can actually enjoy the time with your family and enjoy life as it was meant to be. Look, let me show you guys a action plan if you haven't already started in trading. Look, day 3, all you have to do is complete a 10-hour beginning trading lesson if you want to work with us from data-driven trading and you want to actually learn how we trade and work with our team to be able to take some of the same trades that we take every single day. Day 3 to 5, you will be creating your brokerage account, right? And funding it once you learn how to trade. You shouldn't do this before. You should only do this on days 3 to 5 because you will have gone through all of the trainings, learned all of our strategies, and learned how to access our signals. Then on day 5 to 10, what you do is you join our live trading. Then you start with a small account and take some of the same trades we take, learn how we manage our risk, learn how we stop out, learn how we hold the trades for longer, learn how we're talking, getting used to the lingo. And then once you're done, after day 10, you can start trading with the pros.
Look, this is where you will get addicted because once you learn how to make money easily from home, not having to go work for somebody, not having to go drive to work every single day from the comfort of your home, if you're able to make $1,000 to $3,000 trading with just a $3,000 account, I promise you, you can do a lot more with 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Look, and honestly, if you're ready to change your life, definitely book a call with me today. Look, right below this video, there is a book a call link. If I'm available today, tomorrow, book a call with me. So we'll go over the mentorship group and the qualifying process to see if you're qualified or not to join our group. And if you are qualified, you can definitely act on this offer. Usually our mentorship is $2,000. We are discounting it about 40% for you today. If you want to act on this offer, book a call with me today. See if I'm available this week or next week to be able to chat with you so that you can get access to our mentorship group. Let's work together, make some money, and make ourselves proud. Let's go.